Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2 premiered on December 14th, 1991 as a television special on ABC. It was on there for about 4 to 5 years and then went over to CBS for a couple of years before eventually making its way back over to ABC for a couple more years between 1999 and I believe 2002. I could be wrong on that, but this is, of course, based off of the series from The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which was on ABC for a long period of time, from 1988 to 2000 in reruns. But in the story, when Christopher Robin writes a letter to Santa and forgets to add what Pooh wanted for Christmas, Pooh tries to get the letter back and subsequently redelivers the letter to the North Pole. Of course, Piglet and everyone else is excited for what they're going to get for Christmas, and when they get the letter back, they basically decide they want more than what they initially offered. So the letter, unfortunately, doesn't make it back to the North Pole. It lands up right back with Pooh and Piglet, and so they basically have to go around and pretend to be Santa Claus and his elf, and basically just try to get everybody the gifts they wanted, and, of course, hijinks and hilarity ensue if you want to go along with that. But again, not much more to really add to this one, per se. Most people have talked about this one already, and I've talked about it before when I did the review for A Very Merry Pooh Year, which, funny enough, when you watch that on that movie in particular, it's very different than the one that aired on television, specifically with Christopher Robin's voice, because in the original version, he sounds like the kid he was in The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, but when you listen to him in the movie A Very Merry Pooh Year, they decide to change the voice on him. Now he sounds a little bit more like a preteen rather than a little kid in general. I don't know if it's just because they wanted it to tie into the movie's voice actor they have for the newer segments, but even then, there really isn't that much of there really is a major difference between the version they put in this movie, in the movie version of Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2, to the one that's featured in the actual movie itself. But as far as the special itself is concerned, it delivers what you expected. Did you watch New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh growing up? Then you definitely have probably seen this one and enjoyed it just as much as I did. I mean, the animation is very simplistic. The characters are equally memorable. It's actually, I believe, one of the very few last times that Paul Winchell actually does the voice of Tigger, because he does a couple more of these, and then he eventually gets replaced over by Jim Cummings, who currently is the voice of Winnie the Pooh. But the story works really well. The bits of comedy they throw in there are genuinely funny, and really, all those elements are really what you need to make for a cute and harmless holiday special with everyone's favorite characters from the 100-Acre Wood. Not much more to really add to it, per se. Honestly, this is the shortest review I think I have for this one, because there really isn't much more to add to it, per se, that has already been said. If you like Winnie the Pooh, you're going to love Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2. Plain and simple. Move on.